Hi, I'm Dawn Matthews.
And I'm Nancy King.
Welcome to the AmBience Day Spa at Verona Resort and Casino. It's Wellness Wednesday, and you're watching this on Stephanie TV.
Hey everyone, it is Wellness Wednesday on Stephanie TV, and I'm at the AmBience Day Spa at Verona Casino with Dawn Matthews, who's going to help us release some stress, because that's what the episode today is, stress. And Dawn, can you tell us, a lot of times when people think of stress, it only dawns on them when they have a headache.
Right.
Okay, when they don't have a headache, they think, I'm not under stress, everything's fine in my world. But you know of some other places where it manifests in the body. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, normally when we have a client walk in, we can pretty much tell how they are carrying their stress, and it usually carries in the neck, back, and shoulders, as well as the head. But it kind of travels up the body from the feet. If you've had an injury, it can kind of domino up your body and just kind of manifest there. And what we like to say here at the spa is that you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders here. So that's usually where we see a lot of tension at.
Looking out for.
What we offer is, especially if somebody's in pain that really wants to work the pain out, it's a therapeutic massage. So it's a deep tissue massage. It can be medium to deep pressure. And that can really help move a lot of the muscles and get some of that stagnation, get the blood flowing in the muscles and lengthen them. And it's not for everybody though. So there's other types of massage like Swedish massage, circulatory massage, where it's a light to medium pressure. And that's really good because you can still get into those muscles and you still feel those particular places where there's tension at, and help also with the blood flow in those areas.
Okay, so that's when they're at the spa. But what if, look, I just got home from work, I don't have that kind of money until Friday, what can I do today, right now, that's going to help me relieve the stress because I can't stand my coworkers or my boss? I understand that if you're going through it. But what can they do to help relieve that stress at home?
Well, there's several things you can employ. You always hear diet, exercise, drinking enough water. Those are the basics. Yoga stretching. Yoga stretching helps you to elongate your muscles, has you, breathing and getting oxygen into your muscles. And that's so important because when our muscles don't have oxygen, they tend to just tighten up. Well, that compresses all our joints in our body. So that's one thing. Another thing that I like to employ is simple breathing techniques, getting the oxygen into your body. That helps you relax, believe it or not.
One of my favorites.
And I've got a rule that's like 7 seconds in, 7 seconds out, and 7 times. It's really an easy thing, and then we're in the casino too, all the sevens. Just makes it easier to remember.
Right.
Okay. Those are some of the things, but hot towels, get a hand towel, put some water, get it wet with water, throw it in the microwave for a minute, throw it on your shoulder, that's hydrotherapy. At its simplest and finest, and that steam and that heat really helps those muscles to circulate. If you have blood circulation, you have healing going on.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. I know that, I've heard, you told me off camera, we were chatting before off camera, but I know you know some pressure points on our hands and fingers that could help. Say we actually are at work right now. Are you at work? If you're at work, go to the break room. She's going to help you out.
So we have some areas right here in this is called 3 soon, up from your wrist crease. And right in between any of your tendons, your bones, and your muscles, there's a nice little pressure point. And it's on both wrists, so you can do it on both sides. And this helps relieve a lot of tension and anxiety. Also right here, you just press these. You don't have to use a lot of pressure, but just enough to just let you feel it. You can hold it for 10 seconds. You can release it, and then you can put more pressure on it again. They're so simple. And then right here on your shoulder, you can find that place because we all have a lot of shoulder tension. That kind of helps drain and melt all the tension away from your shoulder blade area here. And there's just so many places on your body. It's hard to get them all. These are just a few of them that are on your arms. But one of my favorites too, this is called Do 20. Right there, that flat spot in the back of your head. That's also called your crown chakra, or do 20. And it's a very important place for relieving tension and stress and relaxing and kind of reconnecting again with everything.
Yeah.
So another thing that I like to do, especially when it's one of those days that it's really staticky outside and you just feel that high tension and there's nothing calming you down, in Ayurveda medicine, they actually do a head oiling, and they do it right in that area. And I kind of like to do it all the way down my suture, but I use like a sesame seed oil. You could use an olive oil, you could use a grapeseed oil, and put that on your head because, you know, think about it, we are really conductive beings. I mean, we've got electrical impulses going on us. We've got stuff flying around in the air, whether it be, you know, dry weather, whether it be radio, whatever, you know, who knows. And just putting that on that oil just kind of really cools your scalp and just calms you down.
What is one thing that you would tell people to stop doing that you see that causes stress, that, you know, if they could just stop doing it, they would not have as much stress as they usually would have, you know?
Right. It was one of the best pieces of advice that I ever got from one of my teachers, and he basically said those movies that you play in your head, the perception of life that you kind of make these little dramas out, well, they're not real, and you need to learn to shut them off and close them off, because if you notice them, if you get in a place where you're like having a good day and all of a sudden you start thinking about this thing that's irritating you, and you notice your heart rate goes up, your blood pressure goes up, you might start sweating, you're getting mad, you're just, you know, your brain is causing these physical manifestations in your body to you know, just expound these things that aren't real. So identify that you're playing these movies in your head and turn them off.
Well, that ends this week's Wellness Wednesday, but check back next week because this is only part 1 of our stress series. We have more parts that we want to help you out with. So until next time, we'll see you later.